You have clicked that pile of audio gold known as the Half-Ass Podcast. And now, here's a person to say something.
Ooh, you know what? Justin, I got a good topic. You ready?
All right.
We have the whole time to think about it.
Okay.
Put everyone from the pod as a character from Mighty Ducks. Okay. You don't have to do it right now, obviously. Time to think about it. Who do we most fit?
From all three movies, or from just the first two, since we've only talked about the first two?
Yeah, first, all three is fine. Doesn't matter.
Okay. I think.
Oh.
Going into this, we should get your top 5 worst from Gordon Bombay from both movies, because I will be on a stand right here and say he does not make a bad decision in the third movie. So
it's like what decisions?
He didn't make a bad decision
in the third movie.
Oh no, third one.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why we need the bad decisions, because he doesn't make one in the third one. So we need
third one. He gets the hell out of the way. No,
yeah,
he did.
That's what I'm saying. He does not make a bad decision in the third. So we need the top 5 bad decisions, because he doesn't make.
He did make a bad decision in the third. He didn't tell Charlie sooner. Should have.
I get it.
I guess the surprise of the telling that is bad, but ultimately was the right decision, though. Bad management about it, but right decision.
I do believe the worst thing he's done in the trilogy came in this one.
I agree. I'm eager to see if your worst is my worst.
I mean, I think you said you had 2. So it's got to be one of the 2. Is my thing.
I have a feeling mine will coincide with yours, but might be like an extension to yours.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always excited to talk ducks. So
the quack attack
ducks
is back,
fly together.
Woo! Oh, I got that one too.
It's Knucklepuck, Jack.
Oh, wrong one.
Quack attack is back, Jack.
Okay, now that I know who the sounds are, it definitely sounds exactly like them. Because when you first played it, I was like, "What the fuck? That's not from the movie."
Oh, I even have top 3 actors who clearly grease the wheels of the writer to get just great lines and a great part in this one. There are 3 that stand out to me that had no business getting as many good lines and as much airtime as they did. For sure. There's also a couple who basically were useless. Didn't even need to be there. Did nothing.
I mean, to be fair, that's how the first movie was as well.
Yeah, of course. But then also I have a couple of stories they didn't go with. They were building up some stories and they decided, nope, we're not going to do it. They were on a path and didn't go there. So, yeah. So you want to lead us off? You want to start us off?
Yeah, I mean, let's start off with some D2 talk. Before we get fully into the movie, though, I do want to do a little in memoriam, if you will, of the cast who was not present in the D2
I was going to say, who died?
But, well, I'm sure Hans or one of those guys.
I think Hans is dead. Let's look this up. Go ahead.
But in memoriam to the actual team, because as we know, D2 Mighty Ducks does not include everyone from the original. We get some outsiders from non-traditional hockey markets besides Maine.
Non-traditional is an understatement.
But no more. How do I say this without sounding racist? No more Oreo line, because we don't get Jesse Hall's brother, Terry Hall. Which, Jussie Smollett not being this, maybe that's not a bad thing. We don't know. But
also, the racism was less in this one. Not completely gone. I'll get to that.
No, there's definitely some. I guess it's kind of racist. How do you say Italiano or wussy in Italiano? What Italiano for wussy?
I'm not even thinking. We'll just get to the racism now. How Disney portrays black people in movies is playing street hockey because either they can't afford to live anywhere but near projects, South Central LA, not a good part of Minneapolis, that is how they are portraying Jesse Hall, whose brother must be dead. I don't know where he is.
His dad couldn't work overtime anymore, so his brother had to help fit the bill. That's what it was.
Joss Ackland, who plays Hans, dead 2023.
Yeah. Okay.
R.I.P.
See, I knew one of them recently had passed away. No more Tommy and Tammy, the dynamic duo of brother and sister on the team. Which, again, speaking of people who did not do anything in the movie, those two. She spun around one time, and that.
Listen, I maintain Tommy owned that scene in the classroom where he said he owned the entire scene. He started the fight. He said your body's made up of 96% pizza. He definitely won that scene. But yeah, I mean, really, they did nothing.
No more Carpster. Carp did not make it. He was too busy going to heavyweights camp.
Yeah, Carp and Peter really had to feel bad, right? They had pretty major roles in the first one.
They were the bigger characters to not make it for sure. Terry, the only reason why Terry's such an obvious omission is because his brother's still on the team.
Yeah, which honestly could happen in real life. Like, let's say the brother wasn't as good. Yeah, you make the national team and brother doesn't. But maybe, show him in the stands, instead of having...
cheering him on. Like, I mean, his dad's not even in this movie. His dad doesn't
By the way,
fuck about...
Spoiler, no parents, not a single parent attends a single game in LA. Their kid makes a national team.
Yeah, that's you know
well,
what?
You have to pay adults more.
I never thought about that.
I mean,
never.
Recession is happening now, so maybe now it would be impossible. But
well, I think I know where they spent all their money.
Love it.
And like, let's cut corners and it's all kids. We'll have them working at fucking scale. They don't need to pay any adults. Let's bring this budget down, cash in quick.
And we also don't get the original Hans.
Yeah, so can we get to the opening scene because it leads into the Hans part?
Okay.
So, of course, we got goddamn young Gordon Bombay again. Another flashback. It's like the 39th flashback in the first two movies.
They love flashbacks in this movie.
And
he's then not that compelling, honestly.
Then we got him playing minor league hockey. Couple questions. Number one, do we have Emilio Estevez as 29 in this movie? I looked it up. He's actually 32, but I could have swore he was like 36 or 37.
When it said 29, it's been talked about in Cinephobe, but he's like, that's an old ass fucking 29. Because I did not peg him as a 29-year-old, even back when he was a hotshot lawyer.
I thought he looked old.
Yeah.
I thought, and also, I'm not trying to fat shame anyone. I feel like 5-10 pounds heavier than the first one, Emilio.
Possibly.
Not probably in his best shape ever. Not the biggest deal in the world. I like how he gets injured, a knee injury, and his life is over in hockey, as if a knee injury can't heal. And he's 29, so fair, therefore he's too
29, old. That time frame, then what, 93, 94, or was it 95, 96 when this movie came out?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, they're doing baboon ligament treatments. I don't know if that's, poignant of the time, but look, Adrian Peterson was a miraculous thing coming back from ACL injury. Nothing had ever happened like that before. When that happened in 2010, whatever it was. So you're talking 20 years after that. I mean,
they didn't even specify ACL though.
I'm just saying the technology / medical advances weren't fully there.
Yeah, but there was Jerry Olszewski. He's a backup linebacker for the Steelers in the mid-'90s. They replaced both of his ligaments with cadavers, and he actually picked up speed in the 40 time. So they were doing stuff. It wasn't career-ending.
Might possibly be a top 5 all-time name for an NFL player.
Jerry Olszewski. Yeah.
Isn't Ovechkin like 44, like 29?
Also, speaking of not in great shape, Ovechkin not in the best shape ever. If you've ever seen him with that shirt off, he's right.
So hockey players can pull it off. I get
it. Which is shocking. They are nonstop on that ice, backwards, forward. They don't stop.
Legs, man.
Yeah, it is weird. They're built weird because I remember when the Golden Knights won and a bunch of them got drunk and went shirtless and were like, "Wow, some of these guys look like me. What is going on?" So we get him. He tragically leaves the miners. We'll get back to the time frame of how long we think he was gone in a minute. So he pulls up. Of course, it's raining because dark cloud over his life now, and he gets
Good to be
picked up
home.
by. He gets picked up by Jan, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's a sequel. We can't even get the original Hans. We get his brother Jan. They couldn't even come up with a fucking name that sounded different. His
Hans
brother
and Jan,
Jan.
baby. Well, hold on. I have twins, Noah and Nathan. So like I can get this. I can get behind this.
They're not Jan and Hans.
Yeah, they don't rhyme. Yeah.
But
Okay.
a lot of people. I mean, look. I'm not.
I
saying
would have
it's-
rather had alliteration than rhyming. Okay.
Okay, look.
Yeah,
I'm not
agreed.
saying it's the worst decision in this movie. If you're gonna nitpick on this, we're gonna be here for 4 fucking hours because like.
I mean, and they didn't really need to have him in a cane. Again, I know technology's come a long way, but this knee injury is like a fucking 3.5 week rest and you're fine in hockey thing. But also, all these injuries that take place where you're just hanging out at the boards instead of moving, like get out of the way. You're at the boards and you get hit. Would might be dirty plays, really dirty plays. Some of
I'm
them,
gonna go
but-
with that's absolutely dirt. He was already pinned up by one person, so
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a rule then. It's definitely a rule now. You cannot engage someone like that when they're against. Yeah,
Okay, so we already got one character who's not coming back from the first one, which again, remember, these Disney sequels were almost always like straight to video at this time.
Right.
So that's what it's felt like. Next, how long do we have? Yeah, except for the first Mighty Ducks must have made them like 100 million in profit.
So you
How
turn
long
the
do
next
we-
one out really fast for cheap. It was the 90s. That's how
Do we
did
have
it.
Bombay in the minors for more than a year?
it's
Because
got to be at least a year. But again, the whole end of the movie in the first one is we got a title to defend. And they don't obviously they don't come back and defend the title. Which trivia note: do you know what the original premise for this movie was?
I know that Coach Riley was supposed to come back. That's all, but he couldn't do it. Lane
They
Smith.
were supposed to take on an actual NHL franchise.
What?
And then because it wasn't like Disney wasn't going to do it, but Disney scrapped that idea. Which
and lose 29-0. I don't. Well, okay.
29 in the first period, 29-0. Like, what are you talking
Okay.
about?
But that was also
It's
in that
like
area
saying,
where
well,
we're doing
Alabama beat the
ridiculous
worst
shit.
NFL team. Like, get out of here. Like,
Oh, it's way worse than that. Okay, so if it's summer, if he's leaving at the end of the winter for the minors and it's now summer, it's a year and a half max he was gone. Charlie's mom is remarried and moved on with her life by then. That's
Yes.
pretty damn fast, even for Minnesota. To the point where Charlie isn't even hanging out at home. So we have another character gone, right? That was a major part of the first one.
Charlie's mom, yes.
Yeah.
A driving who comes back as a driving force in the third one.
Right. So it was almost like we have no plans for a third one. Obviously, we're going to see what this does, this second one, and we're going to get these bit characters, etc. So then we get to rounding up the Ducks, right? Well, first of all, before that, this new guy comes in from Hendrix. And let me tell you
Don
something.
Tibbles.
Don Tibbles, whoever this guy is, this actor, he's sleeping with the director because this nobody nothing character got to do more shit in this movie. He got to get hit in the head with a puck. He got to skate over the boards. He got to dance. He got to celebrate with the team after basically saying he was going to fire Bombay. He got to do everything, and he was third billed over all the players.
Well, like Ron said, the adults cost more.
Yeah.
If you weren't
seriously.
Macaulay Culkin, you're not getting top billing as a kid. Like that's the
for
rule.
Disney especially,
Yeah,
right?
that was the factory. You just churn out these kids. You got to have the chubby one. You got to have the vaguely Asian one. Usually we get
Got that.
Yeah.
A black. We
usually
get the black
yeah,
one with Jesse.
Gotta have that.
And
We got
Ross.
some girls. We got a couple girls in there.
also before we
mhm.
get the full rounding up with Tibbles, I mentioned this last time, but we can touch on this more. Remember, his mom was a waitress at a diner.
Yeah.
He is now in a brownstone in Minnesota on the second floor. So he's got a 2-story brownstone.
Mhm.
I don't know.
With
I
the
felt like it
with-
looked the same. Maybe I didn't look close enough.
No, it's definitely an apartment. Like, or a townhouse. It's not an apartment anymore.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and check that.
So again,
part,
I know she is married. Again, we don't establish what her husband does because they're ancillary characters that aren't even existent in this movie. But he is now going from I'm guessing a 2-bedroom apartment in like a high-rise apartment complex to a brownstone with a computer in his room. So either
Mom got the fucking
that's
job
big
done.
for 94.
she did real good with the marriage there, or she's up to something else on the side.
I have a theory for you. You ready? After getting dumped by the softball player, mother of the Henry Rowengartner, dude moved to Minnesota, married Charlie's mom. The guy, the evil guy from Rookie of the
Didn't
Year.
even hurt.
Yeah, and that's why Charlie doesn't like him. That's why they have some money and are in a nicer place. But that scene actually brings me to the first and possibly most offensive thing of the movie. Charlie has a Dallas Stars hat on top of his computer.
Oh,
Nope.
Wow.
Because those fuckers moved in between movies, and you did not accept the Dallas Stars unless you're a fucking traitor living in Minnesota. Not acceptable to be. You could still have North Stars gear, but you could not be a Dallas Stars fan. Not acceptable.
Not cool.
So that's.
I can see it only because of what happened in the first movie, but I understand your logic here. But just because
there were some people. There were some people who did it, but not Charlie. He's not a traitor like that. He's loyal guy. Yeah. So now the roundup. Okay. I know this is out there on YouTube somewhere. They legitimately cover like 50 or 60 miles. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Just going from the Mall of America where they pick up Averman to the falls where Guy is about to kiss Connie, we're talking like 25 miles minimum.
And they have to go back.
Yeah, and then they end up going back after going somewhere else. And then don't even get me started on going there to Edina to pick up Adam Banks, which they did portray that suburban neighborhood pretty well.
And again, can we talk about the fact that they kill a guy?
Oh, the guy in the concrete. I thought
they kill a guy. You don't get concrete poured into your mouth and all over you without dying.
If it's in your mouth, you die. I've seen Dick Tracy. That's how they do the concrete bath.
Oh, Larry.
And basically, that's the end of Charlie doing anything physical for the entire. Oh no, until the street hockey game, he doesn't do anything on the ice worth noting. He doesn't do anything. Doesn't score. Doesn't.
You never see him on the ice. Yeah,
he doesn't really. But they show him jumping a thing, and by the way, they're skating through like a fountain. They're skating through grass. Skating through grass like that would be really hard to do.
You have got to be rolling, and it has to be really smooth grass.
And then to get back on, pavement, really hard. Also, Fulton beats up the old Hawks, but also takes their clothes off. Kind of weird. Like, I could see fighting them, but stripping them.
You really need to listen to the Cinephobe episode about this, because they mentioned that too. Like, why did he take his clothes off? Why?
Why did you take his pants off?
I'll definitely listen to that one.
Yeah, and also we touched on this in the first one. Him being portrayed as a giant while only being 5'9".
Yeah,
it's so fun.
That's some magic. That's some movie magic, seriously, because he does look big.
Hi guys.
He looks big the whole time.
He never once had that deep of a voice, and now all of a sudden, like, he's just like when he walks, giant footsteps are heard behind them. Like, it's like
yeah, seriously. So they round up the Ducks, and then they meet the new players.
Before we get there, we have Tibbles comparing Gordon Bombay to Bear Bryant and Mike Ditka, which is fucking insane. He hasn't coached anything but District 9.
District 5?
District 5, sorry. District 9 is a different thing. District 5, sorry. So I don't know where you're getting this from, Don Tibbles. It's Junior Goodwill Games.
Not even the Olympics. Right. Not even
the Olympics, you're right. Not even the Olympics. Hockey. Of the major sports, it's fourth at best at this point in America. And you're talking about kids' sports.
Yeah,
also, he gets the contract and says, you're going to pay me this much How much do you think he got paid?
Ooh, I was thinking about that. 1994. It's a ridiculous amount because you can't believe it. I'm gonna say
It's just for the games, though. It's just a short-term deal.
this
That's
is like
the
his
thing, too.
contract, which will last through the games.
Because not only is the contract obviously lavish, he gets the car, he gets the Malibu house.
Okay, if
out
it
there.
wasn't, this is before the Malibu house, though. If we weren't factoring that Malibu, that $25 million Malibu house,
Yeah.
I was gonna say like it's a check for like $100,000 to coach his team.
I was thinking a quarter.
Okay, I
'Cause
mean it's six figures, right? Because he's like, this is insane.
I wasn't even going to say that. No, because if it's a short-term deal, like
It's got to be at least
$50,000.
100. No,
it's
$1,000.
definitely
50.
50 grand.
I mean,
Well,
The hot shot
mid-90s.
lawyer who just wins, I don't think he's doing $50,000.
Once you take him to the
Yeah.
Malibu house, it's like, okay, they gave him 15 million. What is going on here?
Well, the house is the
Right.
perk. They rented him a house for a month. And it's like,
Yeah. Well, and at this point in the movie, as a Minnesotan, I'm pissed because Minnesota's done. I know the kids are technically trying out in Minnesota, and they show them, they show an airplane leaving. They show nothing other than an airplane leaving. But they don't show them on a plane or anything. But
Yeah,
I'm
it's like,
pissed
goodbye.
because now we have Mighty Ducks 2, and we've had 20 minutes of Minnesota, and that's gone. Like the rest
Until the
is-
very end where everyone just announces where they're from and they just realize the entire team's fucking Minnesota.
Yeah.
Including coaching staff and
Exactly. So yeah, now we're on to LA, right? Or
yep,
we're
when
on
we
to
meet, we're gonna meet the new Ducks. Well,
Yeah, go ahead with that.
Team USA. My note here immediately was Ken Wu was only added because they added Julie the cat, and they can only keep 2 girls, so they had to cut Tammy, who was also a figure skater. So again, they replaced Tammy with Ken Wu. Again, you also had to get some diversity in with getting rid of the
Yeah.
girl.
Get
You had to
Asian.
get the Asian guy,
demographics. Yeah.
and then you get the figure skater, who's not in his element, but going to make some tricks with his little spins and pirouettes, which
Right.
Tammy did in the first one. So like, all right, we got to redo this.
Somehow
but
that
now
would
with-
help with hockey.
You know what?
Yes.
Tammy did score in the first one. I remember now. But also, I cannot see any figure skating moves ever actually helping in a real hockey game.
No,
Like ever.
because again, spinning around in a circle, I'm not going to follow the spinning. I'm following the puck, which is still right there, by the way. It's still there.
Right. I'm going to check you into the fucking boards, you weirdo spinning around.
Which is why
Which
Mighty
happens
Ducks,
exactly right away.
which is why Mighty Ducks 3 is superior because Ken Wu is worthless in it once he gets to high school hockey. Miami hockey player, I thought right away. I was like, does that exist? A kid in Miami playing hockey. I can't see it.
Again, they take people from San Francisco, which San Jose Sharks, I guess.
I mean,
There, but
Chicago,
again-
I can see. Maine, I can see. Texas, I can see even.
Wait,
But
Florida didn't even have
Miami.
hockey back then, did they?
Miami, that's a stretch. But again, they're getting
I don't think
diversity in there.
Florida did at
Speedster.
all.
And of course, it's Benny Jet Rodriguez, so you have to have Benny Jet Rodriguez.
Yeah, they're like, this
obviously.
Mendoza kid has got to be from Miami. He can't be from anywhere else.
Right.
Also, can we talk about the fact that he cannot stop? How are you one of the best in the country if you cannot stop while ice skating? How are you the best at anything?
They just didn't need it. They didn't even need to do it. They could have just made him fast. Like,
Yes. Well, to be fair, again, also, we'll get there. We'll get there at the end. We'll get there at the end.
yeah.
But all right,
Eh?
we've already hold on, before we do this, we've established how ridiculous this premise is because again, they weren't fully coherent with coming up with or attaching the first one. We've talked off and on how this is the worst in the franchise, but I have to say, I'll give you my kid rankings of these movies now because this is different than my rankings now. This was my favorite growing up because it was right.
I can see it.
It was I was 7, 8 years old when I probably saw it, probably close to 8 because I know I didn't see it in theaters. So when it came to VHS, so I had to be 8, maybe 9. Was about to start travel ball, possibly. I was definitely doing really well in baseball. So I was not looking up, but like I could associate myself with this kind of, team, being like an all-star team essentially. The soundtrack is fucking fire. The knuckle puck, every kid in the world was trying to do a knuckle puck.
Yeah,
I was rollerblading everywhere at the time, just like the movie. I was doing street hockey all the time with my friends. So it really resonated with me as a kid. I mean, I love the first one too, but like this one, a little bit older, a little bit more style, a little bit more flair.
This one was more fun and it was cleaned up. There's a lot of like
There's some
dirty
dark shit in the first
Minneapolis,
one. Yeah.
dirty Minneapolis site. They went to LA for this one. Of course, it's sunny.
As a kid, this was by far my favorite. Third one was like the least favorite. Like, it was too grown up for me when I first saw it.
I will say this because this is right around the time I quit hockey when this movie came out. It's offensive how much they think hockey players train for hockey on rollerblades. Like, did not happen in Minnesota. That I didn't know any kids who kept in hockey shape by training in rollerblades and playing rollerblade street hocky. Like,
well, those were the new hot thing at that point in the 90s, though. So they were trying to really push that.
To the soundtrack, like you said, they got Whoop There It Is or whatever. Whoop There It Is.
That you got it right the first time. Thank you for getting it right the first time.
And they had Good Vibrations in the first one. Whoop There It Is in this one. So they really did hit what was popular at the time. Yeah. In this movie, they pick up these players that each have these special skills, right? Except for the goalie, who's clearly much better than the goalie they have, yet she's automatically designated to being a backup.
Like, we already got a goalie, and like they show like how terrible he is versus everyone else, or versus Joey the Cat, and like, all right, we could use a backup. Like, that's your response, Gordon Bombay? Fucking Bear Bryant, Mike Ditka. You're just the coach of the future, and you're like this prodigy, Joey the Cat, who's stopping everything.
Right.
Yeah, she can be my backup. Fucking misogynistic asshole right there.
It was pretty incredible because the Dwayne, who's really good at puck handling, is completely useless otherwise. His puck handling does no good in any of the movies. He doesn't do anything with it except for showboat, and we'll get to it. The worst possible attempt in the shootout that I've ever seen. Like, he just skates right up to the goalie and just shoots it right in his glove. Like, but he,
I'll never
fancy
see it
puck
coming.
handling before it. So, I will say, this movie did pretty well. I mean, my take from the first one was Gordon Bombay actually became a good coach, was teaching them good things, etc. This one, he doesn't do any coaching at all. He has them skate tied together. That was like a big thing. And then they do the thing where they copy Miracle and have them sprint after losing a game. But other than that, he doesn't do any coaching. But they hit the comedy hard. They have him drive through the wall with the Zamboni. That was funny. They do the thing in the dorm where they put shaving cream on Dwayne's hand, which, Jesus Christ, Dwayne, wake up, will you? My God, you got shaving cream.
Did that ever work? I've tried that on my friends and sleepovers. Never worked.
Dude, first of all,
Yeah,
as soon as I hear anything, I wake up. I hear a single sound, let alone somebody touching me, putting shaving cream on my hand, and then rubbing it all over my face before I wake up. So they did pretty well with the comedy. I'll give them that. The two characters in this movie that really benefited from good lines, quality jokes. I already named Tibbles as one who was getting just way too much airtime. Just the other two that really benefited from this are Averman. He got all the good lines, right? Like all the funny stuff. He was a nobody in the first one, kind of funny here, doing a Rob Schneider impression. He was funny in this one. He got to say the funny things. He got two funny lines when Bombay dressed up in his suit.
Yep.
He said, "Did you lose a bet?" and then he also said, "Do you get a pair of you get a pair of pants with that or something like that?"
Yeah, with the haircut. Yeah.
Yeah. And he was on like the first line a couple times. I think he scored a goal. They called him Lester. Like Averman really got beefed up in this
Again,
one.
I told you you were like, oh, he doesn't deserve to be in this, but he does a lot of face-offs. Now he's about 50-50 with the face-offs, but he does most of the face-offs in the movies. So,
But he wasn't even annoying. He was like funny. Like, I mean, he is annoying, but he was funny also.
also,
And then the other one is Goldberg.
oh yeah,
Like Goldberg got some good stuff, and he went from in the first one having one save the entire season to really having some banger saves in this one. I know he had the one bad game against Iceland, but man, he actually
also
was
again
good.
him doing the jumping to the right 6 seconds before the puck even gets to the left. It's so poorly done as well.
Cleaned up a lot better in this one though.
Yeah, he's not afraid of the puck anymore. So
Right. But he only had one.
That helps.
He only had one save the entire first movie. Okay, so
It was an important
Also, hold
one,
on.
wasn't it? I mean, the big one.
I'm watching the movie as we do this. Can we talk about how Joey the cat gets groped when they're doing the whole tied together thing? She's like, someone better watch their hands. Like, what are we doing here? It's a kids movie.
yeah, yeah, that's not good. It's not not a good thing for sure. So if Averman and Goldberg really benefit from getting better lines and more stuff to do, the ones who are really hurt in this one are Charlie. Gets to do something at the end, does nothing on the ice, nothing athletically. And Guy. Guy was good in the first one. Guy gets nothing. Guy Germain gets almost nothing in this one.
He gets to almost kiss Connie, which again he's already
Which he
done
kissed her in the first one.
several times in the first movie, and then he does score a goal in the shootout. That's about
Oh,
it.
that's right. He does get the shootout, and he gets to be on the Zamboni when it drives to the wall. But that's it.
Yeah, him, Jesse, and Fulton.
I don't think he speaks otherwise.
I think that's all his line is. I was this close, and that was it.
Pretty much. Oh, no, he elbows Averman.
Also, again, we're talking about coaching, how he's not a good coach at all. He has Dwayne Robertson rope the players. How's that? I understand you want to have fun with the kids. I get that. But let's tie them on a rope on ice skates. That's a good idea. That's
All right, well, then while we're at it, let's get into Bombay. Okay. So Bombay, we get so many flashbacks of this guy. His dad seems like the greatest guy in the world, right? He's got wisdom.
Yeah. Hey, Gordo, you're
wisdom. Yet this is the second movie in a row that this guy loses his way very easily and becomes just a grade A douchebag. Like, so what the hell happened? What
and again,
how bad was your mom?
Flashbacks, you would think he's remembering how his dad was. Nope, doesn't remember his dad's teachings until fucking Hans or Jans tells him otherwise.
And he was selling out immediately. He came back. He's like, I want something bigger than this rinky-dink town. Something better. It's like, wow, dude, you went to the minors and scored some goals, and all of a sudden you don't care about coaching your team and whatever.
Again, the first one ends with, we have a title to defend, and then he blows his shot because he's hurt.
On it, yeah.
It happens. We get it. Then you're like, I don't want to coach these guys anymore unless it's for Team USA. I get paid six figures. Like, that's what, like, I didn't want to teach. Yeah. I didn't go back for the state championship. I want to go get my six-figure deal.
It seems like they really go out of their way to make him an unrepentant dickhead. Like,
it kind of makes me wonder.
Intentional.
And the funny thing is, his brother's an unrepentant dickhead in real life.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Is Emilio Estevez an asshole where the writer's like, you know what? I want this fucker to deal with this. I don't want to portray him as a good guy for.
No, he sucks and bad shit happens to him, and
I want to portray him as a coach who's trying to get his players to cheat while banging the kid's mom, and So, trivia question 1 for you, Justin. The second build character in this, can you name her?
I
Can you name her character?
Miss McKay.
Michelle is her name.
Yeah, I couldn't remember her first name. I knew it was Miss McKay.
Yeah. I feel like they had more for her and didn't go with it. You know what I mean? Like they had more for her to do. It was going to be Bombay's love interest, and they scratched it. They scrapped it. They were just like, nope, not going to do it. And honestly, I think they should have went with it. I think it was a better fit. I think it was a better. Looking back, I'm like, they had him date this kid's mom when they shouldn't have in the first one, and yet this one, like a perfect opportunity, somebody to bring in somebody new. Maybe somebody to calm him down a little bit from being a fucking Pat Riley pretentious douchebag asshole.
She tries to throughout the movie.
Instead,
though, like,
they don't go with it.
She tries to.
And
when it's sunglass wearing polar bears become hockey or whatever, like she's the one trying to talk reason into this, and he's just
and then she gets assaulted or almost assaulted by the polar bear.
Right?
Hey, Missy, how about a bear
hug?
Like, whoa, what the hell? And she ends up being borderline the hero of the movie. Okay, she saves the fucking team from being
because
forfeiting.
if she doesn't, again, hold on. Speaking of that, how again, Mr. Mike Ditka wannabe, Bear Bryant wannabe, team of fate or the face of Team USA hockey. Not on the sidelines, but not in the coaching's box, not in the side over there. How does this referee, who's also the same referee in the first one, by the way, again, he went from the Pee Wee leagues in Minnesota to refereeing in the Junior Goodwill games.
I have another one for you. Guess who else? Same announcer, Pee Wee announcer to the Goodwill games.
Was it Bob Miller?
To the minor league hockey games. This guy's busy, man. This guy's announcing all kinds of.
I think the guy's name's Bob Miller. He did the Kings since like 1976. The man's a legend.
Emilio got it put in that contract, is what happened.
But like this referee's like, yeah, that woman who just happens to be in the stands as the coach, that's fine. That's allowed. But she did save it by with her great line, "What are you waiting for the ice to freeze?"
I'm just gonna flat out say it. It is his most egregious thing that he does. You're having your come to God moment. It's worse than dating Charlie's mom. It's worse than telling them to cheat. You cannot not be there for the game, which you would definitely get a forfeit loss, and be sent home.
Okay.
It is that
was absolutely okay. So it was an extension of mine. Yes. I was like him being out in Malibu, roller skating when he needs to be at the ice, the rink. Yes. That was my moment too. Actually,
this is crazy. We're now listening to you guys explain this.
And this is when he's
roller skating.
He's shown with his little bench on his knee. By the way,
having a fucking hot dog.
Beach. No one is around him whatsoever. He's skating by himself to get.
Ron, this is when he finds his way again on roller skates or rollerblades in California, finding his way through skating on his injured knee. Which all of a sudden it doesn't look that injured. It's like you could have just waited a couple months and fucking kept playing.
Right. No, better retire right away.
It's the worst thing by far that he did, because their team is going to forfeit and they lose and it's over. And all of the other fake shit that's coming, I don't care, because they shouldn't even be playing, because their fucking coach didn't show up and then shows up with a little duck call thing.
All right, I'm watching the Trinidad game again.
And what period is it? Doesn't he show up in the second period?
Yeah, he shows up second or third.
He has to think it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
At least I found my way again and thought of my dad while I was skating on the beach in California. What the fuck?
Can we talk again? We talk about how Charlie's he's not on the ice. He's not on the ice. Charlie's not on the ice. Charlie just watches his team play hockey. That's what he does.
Charlie does nothing. He does zero in this.
Dean Portman, by the way, was 21 when he made this movie. I think 2021.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, he is an incredibly talented singer /
he's okay. We talked about this before. Who is he married to? Somebody famous.
Idina Menzel, or I'm messing up her name. She's the one who sings Frozen's "Let It Go."
Okay, that right.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's
they're-
pretty obvious that he's older. Now it's not as egregious as the enforcer in D3, who's like 15 years older than everyone else.
Are you talking? Oh, I cannot wait to get to him. I love him. He's amazing in everything he does. I love that guy.
Portman,
Clearly a 30-year-old man in this goddamn hockey team.
yes. Portman, great addition. Portman is probably the best of the new additions. Or Julie.
Julie the Cat. Talent-wise, Julie the Cat.
Just
Services purpose-wise, I'm gonna go.
Bombay even blows her off when she comes in and says, "When am I going to play?" He just totally blows her off. Just you'll get your chance.
Again, you're gonna get your chance. There's 6 games that they play.
And there's one game left, possibly, right? Because
We'll touch on it more. She plays all of 2 plays. She gets actually 1 play. She gets in there.
play.
She gets in there, and they're like, "Oh, send a woman to do a man's job." Knocks 2 guys over. She's gone. Doesn't even play in the game, and she is in for the final goal, which is an illegal move.
It is
Can't do
definitely
it.
an illegal move. Which also, by the way, Ron, they lost to Iceland the first time, 12-1. No way Goldberg starting the next game after giving up 12 fucking
12?
goals. Okay,
Yeah.
she's in the next game,
But
End
we
of
like
story.
him.
You know, why did I get benched, coach? You gave up 12 goals. That's 4 per period.
Can we talk about how fire Trinidad and Tobago's jerseys are, though? I love them.
Oh yeah, legit, and their cheer when they scored.
We won't get on that one. There was some
I
cultural
mean-
appropriation with a white guy in there, by the way.
Oh, there was. I missed, I
There's a
missed
white
that
guy.
part.
There's a white guy in the steel drums in there. So,
I'm waiting for us to get to the South Central LA kids are playing hockey in their summer and have this ringer who can do a
Just
shot
happens-
that is impossible.
It's
Okay.
also so fitting how they have a Latino guy there as, the mentor to Mendoza. And so they have like a little like street version of themselves to mentor them and like how they're gonna cope with this, difficult
I
time
did-
of losing to Iceland.
I did like that Russ's older brother knocked Portman around a little bit. I thought that was kind of funny
Yeah.
that someone came in and did that. But Russ Tyler, can we just talk about Russ Tyler? Like
Young, fat
Ev-
Keenan Thompson at 15, 16 years old. Hell yeah.
before Good Burger, right? This is pre-Good Burger Keenan Thompson, right?
I believe so. It should be, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So
Yeah, I didn't even know that was him until I went and clipped the audio for this, and I had seen these in the theater, so he was not a thing
Yeah.
then.
no, he definitely wasn't. So I think the
97
first thing I
was,
thought
Good
of
Burger.
when I saw that they were introducing this character is we could have just had Jesse's brother. We didn't, if you insisted on giving us another black player, you could have just gave us Jesse's brother.
Now
Like-
we're coming off the LA riots. We got to get some LA flavor in there, and we gotta smooth this shit over. It's Disney's job.
Yeah. Well, they really prepared the. Well, we haven't even got to the dentist yet, right? We haven't even got to.
Actually,
Wolf.
I said this wrong. He was only 13 in this movie, Keenan Thompson. 13.
Damn.
Well, so was he Nickelodeon then? Was this his
Yeah,
first thing he ever did?
No, he was on Snick. He was doing Keenan and
He
Kel.
was doing it before this?
He was,
Guys, this
So Keenan and Kel was from 96, 2001. He did Snick. Snick was 94, 93, I think.
this adds emphasis to my theory that Hollywood has it figured out who they want to be big, and they just force them on us, right? They just
Yeah.
he probably had like a bit role before this. They're like, no, you're gonna be the guy. We're just gonna force you in there. We're gonna make you. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make you a black hockey player in LA, and because you can't just play normal hockey, we're gonna make you have a knuckle puck.
Right.
That's what we're
It's-
gonna do.
It's street
So
hockey.
all
It's
that was from
exotic.
94 to 2000. So he was in all that before this as well. So yeah, he did some stuff before here.
I've seen some things.
Oh, heavyweights before this too.
He was in heavyweights.
Never saw
Well, yes, I'm sorry. Mighty Ducks 2 was 94, heavyweights 95. Sorry. So yeah,
I've seen some things on the ice, right? I've played against some guys who have crazy slap shots, like Fulton, not quite Fulton, but really,
You mean
really hard
the one
slap
that
shots.
blows out the net?
I've
or
played with
knocks
some.
someone into the pipes.
I've played with some guys who can, put the puck on their stick and skate around and throw it in the net. There is no chance that there's such a thing as a knuckle puck in any way, shape, or form.
Oh no.
Nothing at all that does any, nothing like that. So it
And
really went
it's
for it.
the dumbest possible thing. So you're flipping it end over end, which makes it bigger than normal and also slower than normal, but it's supposed to have a movement that you could simply block by standing upright because it moving up and down makes no fucking difference if you're in front
Well,
of
Ron-
the slow puck.
Ron, here's the best part. As unrealistic as that is, they said, "Hold my beer. Here's what we're going to do. We're
Yes.
going to dress him as the goalie to dupe the other team into thinking he's not on the ice, have him skate out from the goal, take his helmet off, immediate penalty,
Well, he's got to show him who it is,
have
Right,
him
yeah.
get handed a stick by
I
somebody
don't
else,
understand the removal
and he
of the
makes it from
helmet,
like
too.
mid ice.
Right.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, but so before we get into Wolf, the Dennis Stanson, we got to talk about the style that Bombay had, and it was peak mid '90s, blue jeans with a polo button down and a khaki blazer. Holy fuck sticks, was that peak '90s style?
I wish it would come back. I could just crush
Zach
it.
Morris
I could
rocked
just
the fucking shit out of that look as well in Saved by the Bell.
Oh yeah, I could just absolutely go back and crush it if it would just come back. I mean, we also didn't get to, even if like you said, Hendricks was renting that house for a month, 2 weeks. How much does it cost to rent that house for 2 weeks?
Oh, shit.
$1 million. That place in Malibu, that
It's-
view,
Yeah.
$1 million a week. Right? Like it in an unrealistic movie, that's got to be the most unrealistic part. Okay. That he got that house to live in, and wouldn't you just have your team there?
Oh
Just
my
hanging out?
god, I need to send you a screenshot real quick. Hold on.
It's incredible. And then they just were going full on Pat Riley, right? Let's just have him have slick back hair, then all of a sudden he can be like Pat Riley. And Wolf, the dentist, is also Pat Riley with the slick back hair. Justin, before we get into those two, storyline number 2 that they didn't pursue is Bombay and the trainer for Iceland. They go out for.
All right, hold on.
They go out for ice
I want to
cream?
get your take on this.
Okay.
But please check your phone. I sent you a message.
Okay. Love this dead air time.
We can edit this out.
I'm too sexy to be right-handed. Where is this from? What is this?
That is the person next to Russ Tyler in the stands. That is the
That is
shirt she is wearing.
That is a hell of a shirt.
I just
I'm-
happened to see like sexy on her shirt when she got him cheered. I was like, I have to see what the shirt says.
Is that a Disney thing, working in sex into one of their movies?
1,000%.
Because that, wow.
Dropping a 5-year-old reference that hasn't been cool in a half a decade, thinking it's
That-
still a hip thing kids do.
That is a hell of a find by you. I did not notice that at all.
I just happened to
Anyhow.
see it too. I was like, wait, does that say sexy on her shirt? And I'm like, in a kid's movie? Yes, it does. All right. So as we know, Wolf Dennis Hansen gets a great introduction, right? USA is doing the press conference, and and Bombay has the great line where Team USA are going all the way, right? To which immediately interrupted by Wolf Dennis Hansen. Team USA is going down. That's where they're going. So then,
Great accent too. He has.
yeah. So you get the ominous music. You get the villain already right there. It was talked about in Cinephobe, but I never thought about it, and it makes sense now. You said that the storyline didn't pan out of them being a thing.
Yeah.
My now understanding of this, and I want to see if you get it. Wolf made her run into Bombay at right after the press conference. He made her go out with him to get into his head, and she was pretty much a pawn for him. It was like, hey, you go do your thing, be a little flirt, be with him, get under his, pretty much throw him off his game. That's something he would probably do.
I think you're totally right. I'd never thought of it either till this moment. You said they said it on Cinephobe, but
Yeah.
because he even shows up to act like he's pissed at
Mhm.
her for talking to him.
And then gives a little.
When-
He's like, I know what you're about. Little pee-wee games. Gives a little wink and nod and walks away.
When she totally had her go out with him so that he wasn't preparing the team
Yep.
the night before, the day before. That's a great theory, and then it makes sense why we never saw her again, and nothing ever mattered at all.
Because now they're
that's good.
Now they're one loss away from elimination. He goes out in his little soul searching search, which again should have ended up in them forfeiting the game anyway, because how long he comes to get to the team. The thing was there, and again, once Russ happens to be in on the team, where's Wolf? Where's the trainer? Right next to him. They're side by side watching the knuckle puck happen, knowing, they're always together. They're always scheming things. So
That's great. I like that. Upon rewatch this time, I remember as a kid watching this and thinking, oh my God, this Iceland team, they're a lot better than like the Hawks, right? So this team cannot be beaten. And then in the movie, just as a newspaper clipping, they get upset by Russia, right? Iceland gets upset.
2-0 or whatever it was.
Yeah. And I remember it differently as a kid. I remember U.S. beating Russia and like seeing something from Russia. And then I'm watching this. I'm like, we don't see anything from Russia. We literally see nothing.
Well, that was in the trivia that the teams that they show that are playing are from powerhouse hockey places.
Right.
Trinidad and Tobago, obviously, everyone down in the islands there is ice skating.
Yeah, it's big.
Italy, Germany, Iceland. Iceland has not produced one single hockey player in NHL. So
That's great.
I don't know. That was as of I think 2020. I don't know. Could have been happening in the last 5 years. I don't know. But still, does not happen. So, and I think it was someone from Germany won, an MVP at some point. But still, very, very few people from these countries have ever made it into the NHL. So
Yeah,
they didn't want to show Russia. They didn't want to show Canada because again, Canada's not mentioned at all neither.
They clearly went non-controversial with their choices. Of course, they mentioned Greenland, and boy, that hits differently now when they mention Greenland in the movie. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that's, who knew what
Disney
was coming?
foreshadowing, yeah.
Who knew what was coming?
So speaking of heavyweights, though, the cocktail waitress at the party where they have,
Yeah,
agreement with the
Said-
bar, and
that she wants to be a producer or something.
yeah, you know who that is?
No,
That's the nurse from Heavyweights.
nice.
So,
You know the guy who's telling him he could be big, he could be like.
Pat, or,
whatever?
yeah,
You know who that is?
isn't that the writer or director?
Yeah, and also the attorney he goes against in the 1st one,
Yeah,
who wants to press charges for DUI.
Mhm. yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, that Disney machine, man. They just keep plugging in. We got to get this asshole in 3 movies. So get him in here.
All right, so this movie might have some of the most ridiculous things. Again, Knuckle Puck,
Yeah.
one of them. The idea that kids want to coach more than they want to play, that's not
Yeah.
fucking viable.
Also bad.
Yeah, I've always wanted to play or be a coach. Yeah, no, said no kid ever.
Yeah.
And the Bombay Loafer.
The Bombay Loafer is pretty bad.
It's
And
a
the funny
tennis
thing is,
shoe that the coaches wear, but with a pump.
does anyone wear loafers anymore? Those are pretty much out. I wish they'd come back, 90s style. And yet all of those didn't offend me as much as Dwayne getting off the bench during a game with his lasso, which he brought to the bench, skating all the way over to the guy and getting him before he checks her. He must have been crawling to try and go check her into the boards, which, by the way, she's just on the boards and nobody's near her. She's just stuck.
Yeah, she's just standing there. Just standing there.
Like, they had nothing for that scene. They're like, we just need to get Dwayne out here to lasso somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what...
If you look in the NHL rulebook, though, it doesn't say anything about not using a lasso.
So is that even a penalty? I mean,
it doesn't say I can't use a lasso.
Also, can we also talk about the intelligence of these people in this movie? Fulton asked the question, did America always dominate? What the like, Jesus Christ, dude. She's talking about Roman empires and the like.
It's a good question.
It's not a good question, you dumbasses. It's not. And second of all, there's the scene where they're eating ice cream. He's like, "Oh, I thought Iceland was covered in ice." No, Greenland's covered in ice. Iceland's covered, and like that is like I've known that since the third fucking grade when I learned about Vikings or whatever it was.
Okay,
like,
well, in my defense, I've known that since Mighty Ducks 2. I didn't know that before then. Okay. I mean,
it was a ruse so people wouldn't go to Iceland, so they would never inhabit it. So they're like, this is gonna be our territory. But I was like, I knew that in school. But yeah, the whole "did America always dominate" thing was.
I mean, the movie's pretty damn realistic. We have Jesse and Terry's dad not working overtime to watch his kid play Pee Wee, but doesn't come out for the Goodwill games. Doesn't come out to the Coliseum to watch his son play. Love it. And then again, we didn't cover the Beverly Hills scene. Who's in the Beverly Hills scene? Goldberg and Averman. They get every good thing that happens, every funny thing they get to do.
Corey Spelling, no. or Aaron Spelling, no. Hank Aaron. Of course, Aaron Spelling. Like, and then, I mean, I remember being so in love with those three women trying the dresses on. I was infatuated by those women. Now I'm like, they're okay. But
yeah,
like,
they get the kids to be little perverts.
Yep.
Which is a Disney thing, of course.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, here comes nice haircut. Would you lose a bet? In the Iceland game, again. Also, before we gotta talk about how they have like a pre-show interview at the net with Averman and Goldberg.
Averman and Goldberg.
Amazing.
Get all the good stuff.
It's gonna take a supreme effort by me, Goldberg. Yeah, get out of here. You gave up 11 goals, not one save.
I personally liked the
he had a couple saves.
No, he had a couple saves. I personally like the line, "Hey, Paisan, meatball slowing you down."
Yeah.
I loved it when he's talking trash to Italy. Like, how would you talk trash to someone from Italy? That would be great.
How does Julie the cat get thrown out of the game for knocking two guys with intent to harm, but Gunnar Stahl does not get a damn thing for taking his stick and breaking?
No, that's Sanderson.
I'm sorry, Sanderson. You're right. Gunnar Stahl is not.
Yeah, that was one of the trivia items. He would be kicked off the team, maybe criminal charges.
No, there's absolutely criminal charges. He holy cocks back and breaks it over his
twice.
Wrist.
He does it twice.
Mm-hmm.
He does it later too.
Mm-hmm. It's a love tap where he's from.
I'll give it to the guy who plays Sanderson. I hate him more than I hate McGill from the first one. I really hated that blonde fucker. I was like,
my job.
I really hated Sanderson more. He was a little. I wanted Portman to just beat the shit out of him, just jump over. And also, by the way, Ken Wu throws multiple punches to the goalie when he pulls the jersey over him. Pretty sure you're ejected in 7th grade hockey, Goodwill Games hockey, for doing that. Now we
gotta give credit to Russ Tyler. He's got some good lines too. I bet that puck was a cheeseburger.
Well,
you
yeah,
stop it,
because they're
open
forcing a Nickelodeon kid down our throats as the next big thing. They probably knew then he was going to be the longest tenured Saturday Night Live guy, and they're just like,
is
we're
insane.
gonna get ahead of this.
I mean, to be fair, he did the child version of Saturday Night Live with all that. Then he did Saturday Night Live, so he did both.
We didn't talk about the alley oop play that Charlie came up with. I'm not really sure.
NBA.
I'm not really sure how that would work. It didn't seem like it would be a good play when they did it either.
Oh, there is a save right there by Goldberg. You're right. He has one save.
I'm telling you, they made Goldberg good in this one.
Portman, unhinged in the locker room. Unhinged. Like, granted, he should not have been kicked out.
To me, that was one of the most realistic parts of the movie. If you were kicked out in 3 seconds against the team you really wanted to play against.
Yeah.
Okay, something I noticed. Is Banks right-handed? Because during the shootout, I'm pretty sure he's a lefty. I don't know if you can fast forward to the shootout.
I can get there in a minute. Yeah.
I think they have him as a lefty, and he does right-handed stuff before that.
I mean,
I could be wrong.
He also scored a goal while cheering himself on in the first one. So there's continuity issues all the time with Banks. So
yes, I remember that cheering, and then all of a sudden he goes down and scores. He's definitely right-handed in the first one. Now I could be messing up because Guy's left-handed, and they have him come and score. But do we agree with Bombay's 5 people to go in the shootout?
I agree with 4 of them.
Banks.
You can guess who the 5th one is out on that one.
Not Dwayne.
Exactly. To be fair, probably should be Connie. Connie also has the second most. Like, she scored in the first goal movie.
How's it not Averman at this point? I mean,
he's not. He doesn't have to deliver a line. That's why he's not delivering a line.
But also you have these ringers. You don't have Luis or Ken, or you know what I mean. You have these guys who are.
Portman doesn't score a goal, does he? No.
Does he even take a shot?
No. So he's not like Bolton.
I don't think he takes a shot in the other one either. In D3, he only plays one game, half a game.
Yeah, he plays a period, by the way.
He's just a straight up enforcer.
Yeah, Connie has 2 goals in this movie, so you gotta put. I mean, either her or Averman. Yeah.
So, can we get to the scene where they say where they're from? We just have multiple blatant ripoffs of Miracle, or the Miracle on Ice, this is one of them. This is something that they supposedly did in the locker room, along with the sprints after a game. But the most egregious part is, or there's 2. One, Fulton from Stillwater. That's like 40 miles from a lot of the. It's legitimately on the Wisconsin border. Really hard to get to, also. So, I mean, I guess he could have been born there, but didn't need to work Stillwater in there. That had to be somebody who was like a writer or a friend of the writer or something, where it's like, oh, let's have him from Stillwater. Also, Miss McKay is from Duluth. No mention of her being from Minnesota. Duluth is also a very hockey town, a very like Minnesota, and literally no explanation. They did her dirty because I actually thought she was good. She saved them, first of all, saved them from forfeit. She was level-headed. They did her dirty. They could have done more with her. I think she would have been a better love interest than Charlie's mom by a wide margin.
Yeah, I mean, it's to dirty Mac on your team captain's like mom is pretty fucking doggish of him. First of all,
I mean, I'm just gonna hit it. Yeah.
I don't want to cover too much D3, but Charlie's mom divorced by D3?
Seems like it.
Don't see your husband.
He's a fast worker, man.
I mean, just what's going on with that?
Again,
I mean, if she married the guy from Rookie of the Year, that's fine, because that guy was a douche. All right, what else you got for us?
The white jerseys, fire. Absolute fire jerseys. The white Mighty Ducks jerseys. Best thing that happened out of this. I meant to Fred mentioned way back when. Can we talk about how ungrateful of a shit Charlie actually is, though? When he wears the Hendricks jersey in the USA, he's like, "Can we be the USA Ducks?" Dude, you are selected to be the best of the best, which I don't know why you're selected to be the best of the best for US, and you represent Team USA, and Hendricks is there to sponsor you, and you're like, "Yeah, let's be the Ducks." No,
Yeah,
I
wasn't thinking ungrateful, but I was like, really, Charlie? Come on, you could wear this
Don't we
jersey.
get to name ourselves? That's a thing that totally happens.
Like, Charlie, it's cool. Just it's fine.
Read the room,
Also-
man. No one cares.
Especially because they were shoving like all this be proud of your country once they won. Oh, they were shoving it down our throats. All this like USA, USA.
Yeah, he gets to be the one who gets to carry the flag around the rink. Also, a kid's pee-wee hockey team on the cover of Wheaties box. A kid's pee-wee hockey team being a video game franchise, which is what Tibbles talks about. Like
Video
Xbox
game, I
video
can see.
games.
The Wheaties box, no. The video game, I mean, they put like Division
bet
2
they-
players.
I bet they had plans for that at one point. I mean, they got a goddamn franchise named after this shit.
That's
the
true.
Video game wasn't out of the realm of possibilities for Disney.
I'm at the
The best thing Charlie did in the
right
movie.
now.
Best thing Charlie did in the movie was
give up his
bench
roster
himself
spot. Yeah.
because he was useless. He was doing nothing. Okay, like good call.
again,
But
He's trying to be a voice of reason here. Hey, you said hockey was fun when you coached Ducks. Ducks, I don't see Ducks here. I see Team USA one loss away from elimination. Like, he's trying to talk reason to him, just like Miss McKay is. But nope, it takes him skating around Venice Beach, which I think that's where he was, by the way. He wasn't Malibu, it was probably Venice Beach.
yes, he was. You know what? He was nowhere near the Coliseum. He's like 75 miles from the LA Coliseum. So this guy took a taxi to a deserted beach to get his blade on. Get his blade on. I'm surprised they didn't show his dad again. Maybe they did, and I just missed it.
He's high on smack, just rollerblading around.
I definitely believe he was high on smack / drunk. Like, remember, he was an alcoholic in the first one. I'm going to go with he's maybe went on a bender in this one. He had to be in his Malibu mansion. Probably on a bender also.
As someone who has not seen these movies since I saw them in the theater, listening to you guys describe this, it seems like they really did go out of their way to make him an irredeemable piece of shit. Like, these don't seem like artistic choices by a director. They're like, scene opens, Gordon Bombay is a piece of shit. It seems like they really want to drive it home. Like, Joe's saying, well, yeah, they could have had a love interest in the second one, and Disney was like, no, it's not greasy enough. We're not going to waste any time because it doesn't make him look like a dick if he hits on somebody who's not affiliated with the kids.
Well, and you know what? I think that what seals the deal of that theory is they probably had him under contract for the third, so he's the top billing, top paid. By the way, you're not going to be in it. We're going to have you not coach them. We're going to have you sell them out for your Goodwill Games job, and you're not going to be in it, and they're going to get a better coach without you. So they really hated Emilio Estevez, made him a dick, made him, after he wins the Goodwill Games, sells the entire team out, doesn't coach them the next time.
Well, in the first movie, he loses the team because he's talking total shit about them, and they overhear it.
Right.
And then he comes in and says, well, don't you guys know what sarcasm is? And the fat
little
kid
dicks.
says, no. And it's like, wait a minute. That wasn't, if you kids know what sarcasm was, that wasn't sarcasm. He was just talking shit about, he literally said, you guys don't deserve to live.
And then
To live.
They do hate Bombay because they're like, you know what we should do? Have him date the kid's mom, the fucking single mother
Everything they have
Who's
him
doing
do
her
is
best to
just
make sure
a
her
greasy
son
piece of
is
shit
happy.
thing.
And you know what?
I
Now that I
really
think-
hate that. Speaking of the first one, I hate that line. Like, I see a boy who fell in love with his coach. Like, that's such a weird fucking line
Yeah.
to say. By the way, so weird.
Yeah.
And then
No,
you
every
know what?
single
yourself,
thing,
babe.
like it's every decision is a bad one.
Bombay got his kiss scene removed because they didn't do the love interest thing. So he went off script and kissed her on the cheek because even though he wasn't supposed
Oh,
to.
for
When she
sure.
coached, he's like, "Oh, I'm doing it. Forget it."
He's
What
like,
a
"Look, I got the
career
kiss."
she had after, by the way. Criminal Intent, Law and Order, Criminal Intent for like how
Yeah.
many years? Like 15, 20 years? Like she did better than anyone. Whatever her name is. What's her name? Catherine Urbe or something?
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce her name. It was.
Yeah. Well, they get it right on the checks. That's all that matters.
And
We talked about bringing in Julie for the one goal, which again is illegal.
definitely illegal.
The triple deke is one of the worst action shots ever done. And
It seems like they kind of scrap it in this one.
Well, but I'm saying like in this actual scene where Gunner does the triple D glove side, whatever, it's 1, that's 2, and he stops.
Right.
Who stops? I don't know, 20 feet away from the goal to shoot it on a penalty shot.
Fulton does, but yeah.
Well, Fulton shoots the ball 600 miles an hour.
Right.
So
No,
but-
it's not a deke at all. I don't know why they call it triple deke. It's not. They're not. A
and
deke is faking somebody out, right?
yes, how in the hell does her flipping it up reveal that the goal didn't score? The light didn't go off. Nothing hit the back of the net. It's clearly in her mitt.
Nobody saw it. Apparently, everybody.
No
was just
one
like-
in the 20,000 or 10,000 seat arena didn't see it happen until she
No.
flips the puck up. Like, it's just so. I get it. It's a Disney movie. You have to have a little bit of suspense, a little bit of like, a little drama there. But it, like, in any situation, you're in that theater. Was there any doubt in your mind that she didn't stop it? No.
No.
The reason
Also,
why you bring in the ringer, who should have been in the post the entire movie, not just
Oh,
just
shit.
not just for one goal
Oh, there we
attempt.
go. Okay, we lost you for a second, but we got you.
Again, she should have been in there the entire time.
Yes.
So
hey, they
the
got
fact
that right
again,
though.
like,
They got it right in D3.
yes, the fact that you get her in this one moment where you're like, I know him, he's fancy, he's gonna go triple D glove side. Of course he does it. Of course.
Do you think she goes home and is like, "Wow, way to go! You made one save. You didn't even fucking play. Did you show the world anything? You made
I
one
know.
save."
That was like the thing, like, oh, I want to show the world what I got, and like, did you accomplish that mission
It's
by
like,
knocking
it's the
over
whole
2
Rudy,
Iceland players and then
It's the
stopping
Rudy
one goal?
syndrome where they have to make the person more shit on than they need to be because they think they need to overcome it. Like, no, everybody doesn't have to hate Rudy for it to be a good story.
Also,
Town doesn't need to want him dead. It's fine.
the dentist punches Bombay in the face at the end. After shaking hands, he punches him in the face. That this guy is not redeemed after cheap shot in his knee. He doesn't just be like, "Okay, good game, coach." No,
yeah.
nope, not buying it.
One of the best lines in the movie though is towards the end. Good work, Captain Duck.
Yeah,
Talk.
Gunner crushes his lines. Stood up to the
Gunner.
coach. I like it.
Gunner. Which, hold on. So the trivia on that, I'm sure you saw it. Scott White said it's one of his favorite lines in the movie, saying, "You lost it for yourself."
You lost
Did he
it for
though?
yourself.
Did he though?
Yeah, no, not really.
No, he did not.
His
You
game
lost
plan
it.
really didn't change, did it?
You let Dwayne do an alley-oop pass from
That's
the
a good
red
point.
line.
Coach didn't really change anything.
Coach didn't do that. Don't. And again, to be fair, there's 2 black guys on the ice. You lost one of them. How'd you lose them? Where could he have gone?
The goalie.
Like,
Ron, do you have that
where's-
sounder? That's one of the
Yeah.
best sounders by
I
far.
don't.
All right, so
good.
goal count for the movie. Obviously, again, the only person who's actually the best the hockey player, scores the most goals again. Adam Banks
Ooh,
with 3.
Banks.
Yeah,
And
3. 3 people were shown scoring 2 goals, and that's Connie, Fulton, and Tyler. The rest have 1 that are shown. You got Portman does get a goal. He does get a goal in this. I forgot about it.
He does.
He scores
Doesn't Fulton get 2 goals?
Yeah, I said 2 for him.
Oh, Fulton? I don't
Yeah.
understand. Okay. I thought you said
Portman scores against Germany. He definitely. I remember him scoring though. But Portman scores 1. Kenny scores 1. Averman scores 1. Jesse,
Kenny scores at least 1. I think he gets 2.
Yeah, I think he only scores the 1 because he does the triple. He might score.
He went through someone's legs and did 1 first.
That's right. Then he scores 1 in the final. That's right. Mendoza scores once again. 4 of the 5 goals
Once he
that
stopped.
scored in that final are not by original Ducks, by the way.
Yeah, not a coincidence. Right?
Yeah. They had to be shown there.
That's why they cut those scrubs from the first one.
Oh, sorry. I put Kenny on here once and Wu on here. So
We don't need Oreo, no more Oreo line, but we're just going to portray black people as being poor in the projects playing street hockey.
Yeah.
So we're still going to get the racism in. We're just going
Not
to
that
do
they
it.
don't play; they play differently.
Do you like the end where they're singing "We Are the Champions" around the campfire? Which, by the way, they show him taking. Bombay says, "Let's go home." You know, the home that he doesn't want to be at because he has bigger and better things on his
Right,
mind.
yes.
That's what
Now
they
he
show.
loves his
A
home.
plane. They show a plane. So
Hold
obvious.
on. What's that plane do?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It turns into a flying V of
Oh, that's right.
Ducks.
Turns into.
Oh
Ducks
shit!
fucking- First
Cinema,
of all, you guys-
man. Cinema.
Wow.
You guys ever encountered any ducks?
Who directed this? Fellini? Fuck.
A duck in real life is an asshole, man. Bite
Geese
at
are
you.
worse. Geese are worse.
Geese are definitely worse, but I have
Again,
some friends
geese
who
in
duck
Venice
hunt. They
Beach,
say that
skating around
this-
right now.
They say that if you hit a duck and injure it, it will go to like the bottom of a lake and drown itself so that you don't get its body. I'm like, what? How are these things so smart?
Fucking spiteful.
But ducks fly together. Stupid.
Yeah.
Ducks fly together.
There it is. Probably the second most egregious part of the entire movie is that they allow Tibbles to still be with them around the campfire celebrating the win. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You're just a sponsor. You're not hanging around the team as much as you are skating and dancing. Like this, it's crazy. Like how much airtime this guy got is unbelievable. Never seen him in anything else, by the way.
That might be the most accurate part. That the sponsor owns all and has all access. Disney was ahead of it on that.
I
don't know.
guess.
These
NIL,
kids
baby.
don't
NIL.
understand. This man owns you. He gets to come to the fucking party. You will make him a s'more.
Bombay should at least have to explain it. Guys, he rented me $1 million home for 2 weeks, okay?
Right.
We're fine. He's going to give me a job for the next several years in which I could sell you out and never be your coach again.
Half you assholes are back in Minnesota. He doesn't pony up the cash, so you just let him sit around the fire.
Oh, and icing on the cake, Emilio Estevez comes back for Mighty Ducks Game Changers Season 1, written out after that.
Yep.
So they just said, we are going to just close the door on you and Mighty Ducks.
Well, that was for personal reasons. By
Wasn't that
personal
like
reasons.
anti-mask or
He was
COVID hoax?
anti-vax. Yeah.
Yeah. God, what a fucking world we live in.
Oh,
Here, wait. That opens up a new
there's
conversation.
Charlie's on the ice. I witnessed Charlie on the ice.
Here,
he is
that
on the
opens up a new
ice.
conversation for us three. Ready? Which of these characters is MAGA if they made this movie today? Bombay for sure. Unquestionably, Bombay is.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Portman is.
He's wearing the fucking hat.
Portman. It's gonna be somebody like Averman. Averman is.
The cowboy dude, for sure.
But Dwayne. Dwayne might not make the team because he's bad and he's super MAGA. Everyone on the varsity in D3.
I was
just
about to
can't-
say,
I just can't wait to get to D3.
You
I
were
just
getting
can't
there.
wait.
I was gonna say just the varsity team. I was gonna say the same fucking thing. Varsity and D3 is MAGA.
I just can't wait to get to D3. I just love it.
Yeah, I was gonna say definitely
That I
the
know.
leader
I never
of it
even
is
saw.
for
Yeah.
sure the captain of the seniors, the varsity team. For sure is leading that MAGA rally.
I think he stormed the Capitol.
Yeah, he's absolutely.
Yeah.
He's a January 6er for sure.
Okay, so Coley is Julie the cat. No, for sure, right? We're gonna make Coley. We're gonna have our podcasters be a character from Mighty Ducks. Is she more Connie or Julie the cat? I'm gonna say she's Julie the cat.
Yeah,
She knows her strength. She knows she's the best.
Look, I'm gonna go with it. Yikes is Averman.
I couldn't decide if he was gonna be Averman or like Guy. If you're giving Yikes Averman, then what's Hash? I feel like it's got to be like Guy and Averman or those two, interchangeable maybe.
Okay.
I can't decide what to do with Troy. I think I got to give Troy Fulton. He's just such a loyal dude, right? I don't think he's like
Yeah.
a bruiser, but
He's
he's
gonna
just
give
like
him the goalie. I think he's
Goldberg.
cocky. He's
Okay.
Only at some time. Only sometimes he is though.
only when the
Parades,
camera's
he's very
rolling.
cocky.
Yeah.
He would mouth off. He would definitely talk trash to an Italian. Call him paisan.
Yeah.
I hate to say it because I didn't really like it, but I always felt like Charlie as a kid because I was the kid with the single mom being taken to hockey, and I was like, oh shit. I'm bad
No,
with it.
hold on. We breezed past the most egregious part of this whole movie. And also, the stupidest thing in this movie. Why in the hell does Jan set up 200 cans for
That's a good.
that to be the stopping point for Luis, and then does it over and over and over again?
'Cause
Find
cans
something
are
else.
funny.
To,
Yeah.
Although, did you see the cherry Coke
cherry
can used to
Coke
look
can?
like during that era?
Yes.
Oh my god, that shit was fire.
Classic.
Yes.
With the purple and the red, I was like,
Purple
damn,
and
I would
red.
drink a cherry Coke out of that right now.
90s looking stripy.
Also,
Oh,
again,
yeah.
they show Goldberg in the goal getting shot at. Never Julie the cat, because she's not even a part of this team anymore. She's just like when they're
I
going back
mean,
to the basics. Lena Mean.
We've all played on teams where somebody gets more playing time that doesn't deserve it, and this is the best example of it. Like Goldberg just never comes out of the goal except for one play, and is clearly not as good.
It's funny
Doesn't-
because
doesn't
with the
Tibble
coach as
say,
your
like, she
central
helped-
character,
Doesn't Tibble say like she helped her team win state? or
3
whatever?
years in a row.
3 years
and
in
what
a
is she
row.
like 15?
Yeah.
So she's a prodigy. 6th grade she's starting goalie. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade won state.
Goldberg wants to move back to Philadelphia and not be a part of the city anymore, and yet
She quits her team to go play in the Goodwill games and make one save. I think the coach benches her when she gets back. Nope, you gave up on us.
you want to go show the USA what you got. You did nothing.
You better go to Eden Hall Academy in a couple of years because we're done with you here. Oh,
All right. So who?
Jan.
All right. So who's Ron? Who's me? Who is?
Ron is like who's like kind of indifferent on just kind of like. Man, these are tough ones. I want to say Ron is like a Russ, but he's not cracking one-liners. You know, he's not just.
I don't know,
Trash
he's
talk.
cracking- I can, but you can't be using cheeseburger line. He'll be calling people twat waffles and on the ice.
be a little more aggressive.
Boy, this movie is really not a good example of our strengths, is it? Nobody in our pod is anybody on the Mighty Ducks.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Like we don't even have a Jesse.
I mean, is that Bo?
Huh?
Bo's been the podcast before. Is it Bo?
Oh, because he's black? Wow.
Yeah, that was
John, cut that part. I will say this. I am Jesse Hall when Mikey K was on and I was just grilling him. Like I was just grilling him as an outsider. Everything he said, I wanted to hear his stories. I was just like grilling the new guy. Other than that, we don't fit. We do not fit with.
I mean, if I want anything, then I have to be.
See, I do this.
I'm
I've done this with The Hangover. Oh, you're the talented hockey prodigy, rich boy from Edina.
I mean, what else is there? Like, I'm definitely not Dwayne.
Just that all their characters are set up as their trait being ethnicity.
Yeah,
So there's really not
True.
much
Yes,
depth
right.
to anybody.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
so we're all either Guy or who wants to get the
we're all just
girl. and
ancillary
just-
characters.
Who's
We are, 'cause
white? I'm one of them, I guess.
We're just gonna be the ancillary characters who may
See,
or may not made it.
I do it with The Hangover sometimes because I feel like most of us have hung out in a group of 4 where you're not all best friends, right? So like I've had a group of 4 where I'm friends with the cool guy and Care Bear is the Zach Galifianakis guy who likes the cool guy, but he's my friend. You know, like I'm like the Doug or the Stu because
We forgot about
know what
who
I mean?
the most MAGA person is in this movie.
okay, go ahead.
Wayne
Bombay?
Gretzky.
Oh yeah, I forgot Wayne Gretzky did it. Well done.
I'm at the scene where Wayne Gretzky was. Oh wait, he's the most. No, we forgot we did it.
You know what? This movie in 2025, Bombay's MAGA, Gretzky's MAGA, and the dentist is trying to save democracy. He's the good guy, and trying to get the Ducks on the right path of saving democracy.
Oh man.
What a world! I
so
can't believe we
let's get-
discovered. I can't believe we
let's get
discovered that Disney hates Emilio Estevez.
I mean,
Now wait a minute. Is Mission Impossible some type of spin-off of Disney? The reason I ask is because he's in 4 minutes of Mission Impossible 1 and then he dies and we're on the 9th movie. He could have been in 7, 8 more movies. He missed out on millions of dollars by being in the first Mission Impossible for 4 minutes. Whoever his agent is or whoever wrote that must really
yeah,
hate.
but with that franchise, all you got to do is have somebody peel off a fucking rubber mask in their back. So
Yet they never brought him back.
that's what I'm saying. Like it was just as simple as, oh, that wasn't
Also-
me. You killed Kevin. I was.
it's clear and obvious where Martin Sheen's acting genes went to, and it's not like Charlie Sheen's that much above him, but it's just so far of how like bad of an actor Emilio Estevez is.
How dare
He's
you?
awful.
Have you never seen Men at Work? Those two together? Amazing.
Those two together
Again,
are great,
but they're just being
he's-
brothers. That's not being an actor. They're being brothers. They are brothers.
I don't care. It works.
That's the only time
not
it
acting,
works.
though. It's
though.
being yourself. And to be fair, Charlie Sheen's probably playing himself in a lot of his movies too.
It's the
because-
best thing Emilio ever did.
I guess you're right. Ricky Vaughn is a much better character than anything Emilio Estevez has ever done.
Oh, by far.
Hot Shots Part 2 are amazing
those are
roles.
good.
Then you have him and Money Talks, really fucking funny, in that as well.
Never saw it.
You never saw Money Talks? It's a good movie.
I don't think so.
Chris Tucker, one of his best.
If I do, I don't remember it.
We need to get the rest of your most egregious or the worst things, Bombay.
I think I covered it. The Tibbles hanging with them at the end. Ron says is the most realistic. I say the most
I think
egregious.
so. Yeah. No, that sponsor's got all access, man.
all the stuff that he got to do. Yeah, you're right. I guess you're right, and especially in
the
this
fact that
era,
it's kids, yeah, that's a little dubious.
in this day and age. I also think it's egregious that Disney insists on giving all the kids like less billing than the adults. You know that.
In a kids
Like,
movie.
Yeah. No parents at any of the games.
The no parent. So that's only that. Like one of the worst things Coach Bombay did is again, he just skates randomly when the team.
Yeah, you had two things you said, right?
The other thing I was going to say is he took up he hit the date and started dating the Iceland chick. I
was okay with that. I actually wanted to go further.
But he's always chasing tail. That's what he does in these movies. He chases tail.
Yeah, they made him a real piece of shit.
29, but at least it was. Hey, at least it wasn't a mom this time. Okay.
Just the chaperone for the team. So essentially, the team mom. So
the other team, though. The other team.
Okay, so that's.
The other thing that he did that was really fucking terrible. Again, for being a terrible human being. He's like, yeah, sure. The kids don't need me being around them 24/7. They are minors, and you're leaving them by themselves while you're in your Malibu mansion.
No, they literally do need you or somebody to be.
There's
I will say though,
unsupervised 14-year-olds.
That was the 90s, man. You let your kids run free.
However,
Morris, we never saw his parents.
I've been on band trips, whatever, in middle school. There was still a parent close by in one of the rooms we were in. Yeah, not necessarily in our rooms, but they were close by and can hear or do whatever we were like. No, to be in Malibu versus Anaheim, where they end up playing, that's a big difference.
Not a single parent in sight. They clearly didn't want to pay anyone else for.
That's what it is.
It's like they had 4 people they could pay.
90s sequel cost cutting. It was churn out a cheap piece of shit as quick as you can.
And I guess we talked about the other really bad things about him being a just terrible coach. Again, not putting Julie Cat in there, just riding the hot hand of Goldberg. Yeah, one hot hand. Okay.
They literally show every decision he makes is a garbage decision. Like it's like they went out of their way to show it.
So above sharpening skates in a podunk town. When that's what made him and raised him,
right? His father. His father would punch him. Or his father would smack him on the butt for saying something.
The scene where he's talking to Banks about, Banks. He's like, there's gonna be scouts or whatever, and he's like, the happiest my dad ever was just watch me skate in the pond. He was proud of me if I scored 100 goals or 0 goals because that was his son. Like
3 hours later, he was selling out.
Right.
Exactly. It's like.
I couldn't find how much money it cost. And did you have anything on that? Did you find what it cost and what it made? I couldn't.
I think it was like.
I mean, so it clearly abandoned its roots immediately, right? It left Minnesota after 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It replaced one brother with another German guy with the same sounding name, a guy we've never seen in anything before.
It doesn't have a budget on IMDb. I got $45 million worldwide, though, gross.
That's it? Was that a lot in 94?
Piece of shit, man.
He played a season of minor league hockey and almost made it to the pros and then quit because of a sore knee. Is kind of weird. Although it does raise the question, because after they mentioned that Charlie's mom got remarried, he says, I should have checked in more. It was like, this guy literally probably never called her.
Yeah, he banged her and never called back. And then was like, oh, shit.
Remember,
I was going to keep stringing her along, but she found somebody to marry.
We left the first Mighty Ducks with him openly kissing Charlie's mom in front of everyone, and Charlie's shocked by it, right? Yeah. Literally shocked. So, Ron, I think you're onto something. They totally banged his last night in Minnesota before he went to the minors.
And he's like, well,
and he never called her again.
Gotta go. Yep. Oh, I lost your number when I was.
And so what does she do? She marries the first guy she dates afterwards.
Yeah. Must have had some cash, though, so it's a good move.
Possible $10 million budget is what I've seen.
10 million this had?
So roughly. That's like I don't. It's just like it's like estimated. I've seen the reports. With inflation, the 45 million is about 126.
Okay, pretty good.
So
It's not near what the first did, though. I don't think.
No, but I bet you that budget's way down too.
It seems like 10 million doesn't seem like that much, right?
No.
So they basically.
I bet you the first one had a bigger budget.
So they went to LA because they could get cheaper studio places to film.
Don't hire any adults. Get a bunch of kids.
You have like 3 or 4 people do most of the talking.
Yep.
Right? Because that's a thing. You got to pay per word.
Yep.
You said, and they're bringing back people that they've pumped through the Disney machine, so they probably owe a couple of movies to some of these guys they're giving parts to.
And they probably cut kids right away, so the other kids were like, "I'll do it. I don't care if I have any lines. I don't care what I do. Just let me do it."
Yeah, you want more money? We don't need you.
Mighty Ducks first one was $10 million budget, so it might have been more expensive.
So the same
one. Again, I can't find anything definitive on the second one, but first one grossed $50 million worldwide.
50.
So
wow.
I mean, the fact that it's endured for so long, making 50 million, I thought it did better. I mean, we got Night at the Roxbury spoofing it. We got
the Mighty Duck, man. I swear to
God. The
Mighty
Ducks win the Stanley Cup, and people call Emilio Estevez in real life and congratulate him.
Yeah, like they said, they got a franchise named after it. It had to be big.
Okay, I got a question for you guys. Unanswerable. If your best player comes back,
ask the question then.
If your best player comes back before the championship game, and his wrist is no longer broken somehow, who does the coach cut? Let's say Charlie doesn't volunteer. He doesn't say, Banks, sorry, we have a full roster. We can't use you. He doesn't say that. He takes Banks back. Who does he cut from the team and say, yeah, sorry. I need you to. It might be Charlie because he's closest with him. He might just say, Charlie, really haven't done much this tournament. Can you just coach with me? You know, it might. He's on the short list.
It's him, or I feel like Dwayne is the other one on the chopping block. Like, look, you can.
I was gonna say Guy. Guy doesn't do anything in this.
He scores the goal in the.
Oh yeah, he is. Is it Julie the cat? We already have a goalie. We
don't
need
to get rid of the girl.
We don't need.
We don't need you at all.
The first one doesn't even have a backup goalie. Like, again, I get it's like
true.
Pee-wee hockey, but you gotta give I think for my baseball,
especially if your goalie is
we had 4
bad.
people try out for catcher because you don't just have one catcher. Yeah, it's generally the fastest kid in the team. That's how it always worked in Little League. But like,
yeah, give him a target, son.
Yeah.
So are we deciding on Julie? Julie gets cut also.
That's what it is.
I mean, if we're gonna go with what Bombay
he's a
would
piece
do,
of
it's gonna
shit.
be Julie the Cat.
They're gonna make him. He's gonna do a piece of shit decision. I'm surprised they didn't highlight it. Show him making the kid cry before the game.
Yeah, like show him like getting rid of Julie the Cat, and then like
tell him that he's
Charlie
off the
Seven,
team
no,
and he fucked his mom.
We need her. Remember, I'm a better coach than a player. We need her. Get rid of me.
Isn't this taking place in summer?
Yes.
Why do they have a tutor?
Why do they also have hockey in the summer?
Well, I could see having like the Goodwill games in the summer when people are bored, right?
Well, that was when the Goodwill games were, weren't they?
Why are they having a tutor when they're normally off for the summer?
It's a good point. It's a very
like a mandatory.
These kids are fucking dumb. They need
again. America always dominated.
All the help they can get.
Oh, they didn't get any smarter. That's for sure.
No.
Oh, Mighty Ducks! What a franchise!
Again, this movie is. Did they clothesline?
I'm shocked by those numbers.
I'm watching the championship right now. They clothesline someone. That's got to be a penalty, right?
Oh yeah, they forgot they clotheslined someone. What do you mean, Ron? You mean you thought it made more?
Big time. I thought way more.
I guess that was a lot of money then. You know, that was.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I thought, I said they got a goddamn franchise.
I would have thought the first one for sure made $100 million. You know
for sure. All day, every day.
And then I remember the second one being pretty popular as well. It was the third one that wasn't popular at all. People were
Right.
like, nah, which was obvious. Like they didn't have any mainstream music. They probably paid more for Whoop There It Is than anything else in this movie, except for the Malibu house.
Emilio's Coke budget.
Actually, the Malibu house probably belongs to like one of the producers, and they're like, just use my house.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna save some money here.
Let's just
I mean, yeah.
let's clean the
Kenny is
homeless people
beating the
up from
shit out of the goalie.
this Venice beach, and you can skate around.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Bombay got a lot worse at skating in between 1 and 2. He was not skating that well. I think they had a stunt double for the first one.
Well, to be fair, I mean, he's got a bum knee in this one. So he's got
Yeah, but even before his bum knee, he still wasn't skating that well when he was scoring all those goals. I was kind of
all right,
just like,
so was he playing for the Minnesota Waves?
no, Minnehaha something. Minnehaha Waves?
Okay. I didn't know if that was what it was.
I remember hearing Minnehaha, and I was like, where the hell do we think they're located? Somewhere where he clearly doesn't come to Minneapolis and visit ever.
Yeah.
Because he acted like he hadn't been there. It's kind of like that part in American Pie 2 where Jim comes back to his room and he's like, wow, this is weird. And I was like, dude, you didn't come home for Christmas or Thanksgiving or a bunch of other holidays and stay in your room? You act like you haven't been there in 100 years?
Yeah, did you think your dad, of all people, would change your room?
Right. Like, it's just... And
taking we're gonna get to the part where Connie is just standing in the corner, minding
just
her own
nothing.
business.
Nobody's doing anything, right? She can't get the puck out of the corner, and she's just standing there.
Right.
Can you do a count how many seconds it is for Dwayne to get up, get his rope, and get on the ice and lasso?
Fucking rope, man. God, I forgot about that.
Gotta be like 7 seconds.
And
Jesus
also,
Christ.
aren't Guy and Connie dating? And you're just like fucking...
They definitely are, because they definitely show that in 3.
I forgot. Cowboy is a demographic. They had to get Cowboy worked in too.
Yeah, so Dwayne clearly crossed the line by saving Guy's girl. Again,
look at the representation. They represented cowboys and Asians equally. Like they make up the same amount of the population. Cowboys underrepresented.
It is 20 seconds from when she gets the puck in the corner, and by the time the rope gets around,
that's insane.
Sanderson.
That is completely insane. That's way too fucking long.
Do you know, like you can skate up and down the ice 3 times probably in 20 seconds, maybe 4 times.
Probably for sure down and back twice.
At least.
I mean,
he couldn't get it across halfway.
If your team is winning by one with 20 seconds left, tell me how long that feels. Like really a lot, you know.
What team recently just scored 3 goals in the final minute to go into overtime?
Yeah, it was I don't remember, Vancouver or somebody. Yeah. Somebody did it, and that, which is nuts.
And we will get into that later when we talk about D3, about one of my favorite quotes in that movie. How long does it take to score a goal? But again, as a kid, this movie was my favorite. Again, it was like much more of the time. It was much more popular. Had a lot more buzz around it going into it because the first one was so successful. So it's talked about a lot. Soundtrack, I remember playing that cassette all the time. Because again, it had arena rock. It had We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions. Yeah. It had Whoop, There It Is. It had all that stuff. Again,
which I feel like somehow Disney owned like Queen songs for this, because they played them in the first and the second, some of them. As a 45-year-old, I will say this is 3rd out of the 3. Now, I'll give it credit. It didn't drag. I even feel like the first one had some moments of dragging, and this one was pretty tight. I will say, even though it was completely fucking ridiculous in some parts, and insane, it really didn't drag.
And we kind of touched on it a little bit. Again, the dragging moments in the first one are kind of like the bonding moments between Charlie and Bombay.
Or the 7 flashbacks to the shot to the game where Bombay
the
missed
same,
the
the same shot in the
game-winning
goal.
which
But
again does not
if
end
you
your
have
life.
those bonding moments with one of your players in the first one, and again, like this is like your kind of like your protege essentially, with being like taking him under your wing of being this, like, you're about to be his fucking stepfather at one point. Um,
Well, right.
how do you not listen to him in this movie when he's saying, "Hey, this isn't our way," and you're like, "Nah, man, we're Team USA and we're about to lose." You first of all, you abandon his mother.
Yeah.
I mean, the stepdad must be a real douchebag. Seriously,
You abandon his mother from the first one, and then don't take the responsibility of being this kid's father eventually, because that was the plan. You were going to have a room in the ice castle with his mom, apparently, in the first one, but no, you don't even stick around, and then you even listen to him in the second one until the very
All
end.
to play
was like,
minor league hockey. He's bitching
Yeah.
about not being able to make a living as a coach. He's making probably $6,000 a year playing minor league hockey. Okay. If that. He's taking
Oh
a
my
goddamn
God.
shitty bus back to Minneapolis, getting picked up by Jan, brother of Hans.
And I remember seeing like a trivia. It was like, the symmetry of like he gets on a Greyhound bus at the end of the first one and arrives in a Greyhound bus. I'm like, it's not the same bus. Shut up. It's not. Greyhound's a popular bus company. Just shut up. It's fine. It's like it's not a
Like
big
that,
deal.
yeah.
It's
It
not
was a
big
movie
deal.
for kids. They had to symbolize that he had moved locations. A bus is how they did it. Let's calm down.
No, you know what we
high
never
art.
You know what we never saw in the first one is where does Bombay live? For the douchebag that he is, you would think he's got like a high rise in downtown Minneapolis or something, but we never see where
Right.
he legitimately leaves from one of the shittiest bus stations in Minneapolis. I'm not even joking.
Like,
It
awfully
looks
cocky
shitty on
for a
screen.
guy with 8 roommates.
It looks shitty on screen, and it is much worse in real life. It is a super shitty area, like bail bonds area
Well,
of
we
town.
only see where 2 people live, right? We see where Charlie and Banks lives. We don't see anyone else's house, right?
Yeah, Banks in this one, his Edina
we see
driveway.
We get Connie and Guy at the falls. We get Averman at and I think
Yeah,
Portman
we
lives
don't-
in the alley. By the way, that's where Portman lives. He lives in the
That's
alley.
right. When Charlie,
'Cause-
I felt like Carp, Peter, Charlie, and Fulton live near that damn alley for sure.
Yeah, they're back. They're like the back stoops or the alley. We get Averman picked up at the Mall of
Averman seems
America.
to clearly be like a suburban kid working at Mall of America. That's what some of those little
Does
shitheads would have been doing.
Goldberg just live above the restaurant? that he
Classic
works at?
Philadelphia family.
Yeah.
What a film! What a film, Ron.
Yeah, I've forgotten that I did actually see this in the theater till you mentioned the cowboy kid. And I was like, yeah, they do that whole fucking bullshit bit where they go to Rodeo Drive.
Rodeo-
You can't fool me. That's rodeo.
Rodeo Drive. That's a pretty good Dwayne. Not why did they force Texas upon us?
Disney. They were on the cowboy representation.
They wanted to get Texas people to watch the movie. Do we think
underrepresented demographic.
Any of it had to do with the fact that the stars had left Minnesota, went to Texas. It's like this is Texas
shit.
people are now hockey fans. Let's get this
Maybe.
because you're right. They definitely got the diversity, right? They got
Yeah, a little
a
bit of
Hispanic
everything.
kid.
Might as well had a fucking pirate. That's all they were missing. Fucking pirate hockey player with a hook for a hand.
Oh, they didn't have like a weirdly disabled but
Yeah.
really good at
A
one
kid in a
thing.
wheelchair. Yeah, just slap shotting like crazy.
Something.
Great goalie though. Yeah.
No, that's why Steve the Pirate was a thing in dodgeball. They didn't do it in Mighty Ducks. They had to do it in dodgeball.
How come the Mighty Ducks movies didn't do what like the commercial did where they had like a big ass seal in goal that you couldn't score on because it was covering the, they could have just had like a really large kid from like heavyweights just in goal. Couldn't get it past him.
Kid
Too
in a
big.
wheel-
2 of them
Wheelchair.
are in heavyweights. Goldberg's in heavyweights, and so
Yeah.
is
Carp.
Oh no, 3. Goldberg, Carp, and Keenan Thompson.
Ross Tyler, you mean?
Yeah, well, Russ Tyler, yeah, but all three of them are in.
Disney had a
heavyweights.
thing with fat kids. They're like, you know what? They're funny. God damn it. I don't care what anyone says. Sign me up a bunch of fat kids.
Well, that was like a trope in all of them. Like the big
Fat
green,
guys are always funny.
the big green. You got the fat kid,
Hamilton Porter.
Hamilton Porter. You got Hamilton. Well, the fat kid is in Hamilton Porter in both the big green and Sandlot. Makes fun of them being fat. Then you have Little Giants.
Yeah.
what's his name?
Zoltek.
Zoltek, yes. I almost said Zoltan, but that's
He's not just fat; he also farts.
yes. Every time he gets hit, by the way. I mean, when he has his peanut butter and jelly sandwich crushed in his head, fucking priceless. What is that?
Little Giants is a good
puffed.
movie.
Jesus Christ. Little Giants is great.
Okay, my last question, because I don't want to get into too much of D3. Does everyone from this movie return except for Jesse? I think they
Yes.
do.
I think so.
So the entire team gets
And
scholarships.
It's been such a long time since I've seen this or seen D3. Not long time, but like 4 or 5 years. But I remember seeing like I know Averman's in there. He's like the one trying to like encourage Goldberg to make Julie the Cat fatter. But I don't remember any real like scenes with Connie in it. But I know Connie's in it.
I know Connie and Guy are, they're doing like the stakeout where
That's right. Okay. That's the one scene they're doing.
there's several characters. We'll get into it when we do it, but several characters that are basically useless in D3 because the entire movie is Charlie and I guess like Goldberg, like Fulton maintains some of his, but basically Charlie becomes Jesse. He's like the bad attitude, good player all of a sudden.
I'm gonna save it for D3. I have a theory here on Charlie's behavior.
Hey, whenever you want to do D3, I'm in.
Well, that's gonna be next for us. I mean, we're gonna talk D3 because I was always a fan of it, but I was again bigger fan of this movie. But again, D3 was grown up version for this. I wasn't as big of a fan, but I still liked it because again, love this
what I
franchise.
learned tonight kind of blows my mind. The whole Stanton had her date him thing that's an incredible theory. It's got to be true. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Except that they didn't put it in the fucking movie. So, it's like, yeah, that does make sense, which is why they didn't do it.
And then the fact that Disney despises Emilio Estevez. That's the only thing that can possibly make sense
Let's
for
make
for
the
this
rival
his
coach
character
be
arc, right?
so
Is that-
It's a
maniacal
piece of shit.
and set up Gordon Bombay.
We never had you get
blow
the
the
girl. We never had you get a girl. We had you fuck over a girl, the kid's mom. We had you lose your way every time.
Every time.
Not
Every
redeem
decision
yourself.
is greasy and bad.
Not redeem yourself at all.
No. He keeps doing it over and over. He doesn't learn a fucking thing.
That's again we have to wait till 3, but I feel like they had a comeuppance in the third one. We'll get into it, but I think they had a comeuppance in the third one.
I mean, they
Maybe,
screwed him over.
it could be a comeuppance or the fact is we're like you're getting 1 day of work and that's all you're getting for the third one.
Yeah, they screwed him the
Yeah.
most hardcore in the third one.
You're
In the first
contracted
2
to
minutes,
be
they're
in
like,
this movie, so we're putting you in this movie. Now get.
They're like, oh, by the way, top billing, yes, you're not going to be in it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. R.I.P. Carp, Peter, Tommy and Tammy. Timmy?
They
What's
had
his
enough
name?
fat
Tommy and Tammy.
kids.
Tommy and Tammy. And Jesse
Terry.
Smollett. Terry Hall, Jesse Smollett. Wow, what a career. What remember what happened with him later on?
Yeah, that was, and we will see Gunner again in the third one.
That's
That's
correct.
Gunner. Just not as
It's
Gunner.
really a tragedy that Jesse and Terry's dad wasn't in anymore because that guy's awesome. He's in Rudy. He's in Little Big League. He's in banger kids or banger sports movies.
Yeah, let's
He needed to
rephrase
be in.
that. Banger kids.
And I mean, for cut
Rephrase
that. For God's sake, Gordon Bombay needed an assistant coach for Christ's sakes, and it couldn't have been him. It could have been him.
That's also a good point. All these places have more than one coach. This solely rested on Gordon Bombay the entire time.
Yeah, the most
not
unreliable
handle-
piece of shit who keeps getting every chance.
Couldn't handle having an assistant coach. Had to be in charge of
Did
everything.
we? I can't. We keep on talking more about this. Did we talk about this in the first one though? How you have a person whose community service is to help kids, right?
Community service.
When your community service was for DUI and being reckless endangerment, yet you put them in charge of kids, how is that safe and responsible?
Yeah, I was either that or don't have a season, I guess, for those kids. And then, would you get in further trouble if you ended up dating a mom?
What?
Feels like something that would be against what the community service is about.
I know, right? Like, I mean...
No, that asshole would try to claim it. Like, I spent 30 minutes banging his mom. Can that go towards my time? Because he's on the team.
The only thing that D2 didn't do that they should have is they should have had Bombay drink. He needed to go back to the sauce.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
that would have been more believable than roller skating.
He needed to have a night where he just, like, pitching his loafers that kids want to wear. Him and Kareem.
Explains why he's late.
He does it twice in the movie.
Him and Kareem getting drunk.
And then one on the phone. Like, he has an office. Why does he have an office?
I mean, and we don't see him coach. We don't see him coach at all. We do hear him say soft hands once for no reason. He's sort of coaching him.
Concentration, not strength.
Great movie. Love it. 9 out of 10. If we're
9 out of 10.
If we're excluding all of the things that are fake and stupid that you would never see, like a guy whipping his helmet off.
It was a no hitter if he didn't
It's
hit
a
the
Disney
5 hits and 2
movie,
runs.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again.
Hey, come on.
I will watch this anytime I have it on VHS, DVD. It's on Disney Plus, so I have it unlimited ways of watching this movie. I will introduce my kids to it eventually. Because it was
for a bad movie, like I said, it's not boring. It's not dull at all. For a bad movie or a not very good movie, it's not dull.
And I do wonder if that is a lot of nostalgia coming into play, but I still will find things to enjoy in all these movies again. It's not nearly as fun and happy as it was when I was 7 or 8 years old, 9, 10 years old.
Right, because that's the level they were writing this for.
Right, yeah.
So you have to they do dumb shit because kids are like, oh, I'm angry that they made that decision.
And again, like, oh, look at that knuckle puck. Like every kid in America, in the world, or whoever saw this movie, were like, I'm gonna do a knuckle puck. Like it was something that was unique, never done before because it doesn't exist, it's not real. But you want to do it anyway.
Yep. For sure.
Kind of disappointing that I don't think they had Charlie and Fulton speak in this one. They were like the two loyal guys in the first one, and they're like close friends in the third one. I don't even think they speak in this one.
They don't talk to each other at all.
Anything though. Yeah.
Fulton really hated everyone and just liked Portman. Once Portman came along, then
Portman was again the junior Goodwill Games with a tattoo on his fucking arm.
You're listening to the Half-Assed Podcast on the Half-Assed Podcast Network. Did you know that?